Bone Scholars. Welcome again to reading exercise and where we are going to hunt for the vocabulary words. And this is the exercise we have been doing for last many days. Today is the fifth session of the vocabulary hunt. And each time we are digging out almost around 22 to 25 words in the chapter that we are reading. Today again, we'll be digging out, or we have already dug out almost around 22 words. So I'll read and then we will talk about the words that we have dug out from this paragraph that we have read. Yeah, we are about to read in a way. So I've read it earlier and I've found these words for you. And I'm sure this will be useful to you. And you can add these words to your vocabulary and enhance your surface lexicon or deep lexicon, whatever you think. Okay, now let's go ahead with the. So today we are going to read about Multnomah Falls, and which is in Oregon, USA, and we are reading about it. Let's see what words we find here. Let me go ahead with this now. Now, Multnomah Falls plummets 620 feet from breathtaking precipice on large mountain in the Columbia River Gorge, making it the second highest year-round waterfall in the United States. It is composed of two cataracts with small pool between them. The much taller upper fall is thinner and longer, while the lower section is wider and stronger. Fed by crystal clear underground springs, these flow down the mountain in Multnomah Creek and cascade over this point in a spectacular fashion. The flow over falls is at its highest during spring and winter, but usually cold weather can turn this water spectacle into a sensational frozen icicle. Now this is the first paragraph, so we'll stop with icicle, and up to icicle we have got almost around 11 vocabulary words, and which is fantastic. 11 vocabulary words. So those who have joined me, I really welcome them all for this session on vocabulary hunt. Let me just go through the first word, plummets. And the first word that we have heard is plummets. So it says the Multnomah Falls plummets from breathtaking precipice. Plummets. Plummets means falls or drops suddenly or steeply, and it's a verb. Breathtaking, the breathtaking fall. Now breathtaking means very beautiful, remarkable, astonishing. It's an adjective. Whenever we want to appreciate some place, we will appreciate a beauty or a valley, we always call it breathtaking. It's really breathtaking. Precipice is the third word, and it's a noun, and a very steep rock face or a cliff, typically a tall one. Not how it has been used here from a Uh, the Multnomah Fall plummets 620 feet from breathtaking precipice. Means it falls from a very steep rock face. Okay. Now the next one is River Gorge. River Gorge. Yeah, I was just checking up the mic. Whether is it all audible to you? Can somebody respond to me whether it is audible? Okay. Now the next one is River Gorge. River Gorge is a deep valley with a steep sides, and it's carved by river. So it's a noun phrase. Noun phrase. Okay. Now the fifth word is year around. Year around, happening or continuing throughout the entire year. If something is happening throughout the year, we call it year around. It's an adjective. Waterfall. I think something very common, but I'm still listing it down here because those who are listening to me, I don't know what level of English they have at the moment. So, waterfall is a stream of water falling from the height. So, whenever you see water falling from the height, we call that waterfall, and it's a noun. Now, cataract. Cataract is large, powerful waterfall. Large, powerful waterfall is called cataracts. Cataracts is again a noun here. Cascade. 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 A small waterfall or a series of waterfall. Now the Multnomah Fall is having two segments of the fall. So there is a first segment, and then there is a pond, and then there is a second segment. So it's a cascade. It's a cascade. So a small waterfall or a series of waterfalls. Number 9, spectacular. 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 You in Monday, Sunday, go. I'm sorry, I didn't get you. If you can explain it further. Thanks for the message anyway. The next message, the next word that I have is spectacular. Is very impressive or visually striking. Again, it's a me Indonesia. Me Indonesia. Oh wow. Oh, that's great. I'm happy to see that. Fantastic. I hope you're getting it right, or is there something else we should have an approach for? Thanks for joining me from Indonesia. Yeah, you can always look into our description box. We will have these words posted there. Oh yeah, I love English too, and you can go to the description box, as I said, and you can find more words there, rather the same words there, and you can go through our other sessions. You'll find more words there. So I have a target of digging out almost around 1,000 words in the session. So I'm sure you will be able to have a kind of a gold mine with you. Okay, let's go ahead. Sensational. Sensational is extremely impressive, exciting, and attractive. Yeah. Yeah, fantastic. Hi. Please explain would and could. Yeah, I think we will have to have a separate session for that. Would and could. I know that's a problem with most of the people. We normally don't, we are not able to figure out when to use could and would. We can organize a separate session for that. I'll keep a note of that. Please subscribe to my channel, probably, so that whenever we do that, you'll be able to see it. You don't have to really figure it out. All right, and okay. So we go further on Icicle, icicle, icicle. Now, icicle is a hanging, pointed piece of ice formed by a dripping water that freezes. You must have noted down. You must have really noted down that when there is a water dropping and it's too cold, the water freezes at the point. I mean, as it's dripping, it freezes and it will have those long icicles. Long icicles. That's called icicle, and it's a noun. All right, so we have finished with the first paragraph. Let's go on to the second paragraph, and then we will see the rest of the words. Okay, now I'm reading further. The cliff face has excellent exposure of 5 separate basalt lava flows that show how 12 to 16 million years ago this area was created by great upwellings of magma. Yeah. Native legends tell the story of a young maiden who threw herself off the cliff, here as sacrifice to great spirits, to save her people from devastating illness. Now, afterwards, her father prayed to the great spirit to show some token that his daughter had been welcomed into the land of spirits, flowed out of the forest and over the cliff as a high and beautiful waterfall. All right, so this is a second paragraph. So we will do some more. Yeah, so we got 5 more words in this paragraph, and let me just read out those words for you. So the 12th word that we got is cliff. A steep rock face, especially at the edge of the sea or a river. So that's what we call cliff. Upwelling is a rising of a deep, cold, nutrient-rich water to the ocean surface. Upwelling, the rising of deep, cold, nutrient-rich water to ocean surface. Now that's called upwelling. Magma, and those who have studied geography, I think this magma should be a familiar word. It's a molten rock beneath the Earth's surface. Magma, it's a molten rock beneath the Earth's surface that really comes out in the lava form, and we call this magma. Devastating is another word. That's 15th word that we have noted down here. Causing great damage or suffering. That's an adjective here. Stream of water is the 16th word. Stream of water, a small flowing body of water, a narrow river. We call it stream of water. I'm repeating it again and again so that those who are joining in the due course, on the time elapsed, maybe they can hear it, and maybe can get benefited from this. Okay, now we are on to the final paragraph. All right. So Multnomah Falls is famed for its beauty. Famed is popular. Famed for its beauty, and is Oregon's #1 tourist attraction. The elegant Benson Bridge crosses the fall between its lower and upper cataracts, and was crafted by an Italian stonemasons in 1914 and named after Simon Benson, the original owner of the falls. The more adventurous visitors can hike up to a narrow, winding footpath to the top of the falls, which are straddled by a wooden observation platform. From here, you can then look down over the falls as the water flows over the edge to begin its long descent. Okay. You can also enjoy the small rapids and mini falls where the creek first emerges from the woods, heading towards the edge of the cliff. The climb to the top is worth the effort, providing great views of the Columbia River Gorge. So that's the end of the paragraph that we wanted to read today, and let us go with the words that we are left with. Okay, so we ended with the stream of water. So after that, we have got six more words, and the next word, 17th, is afterward, afterward, later, after a particular time or an event. Then we say that afterwards, afterwards, and it's an adverb. Stonemason. Stonemason is skilled worker who build or carve in stones. So those who are working with the stones, they're called stone masons. Yeah, it's a noun. Then the next 19th word is straddled. Straddled. Straddled is sat or stood with a leg on either side of something. So straddled. So maybe if the bridge has got the platforms on the either sides and they are supported by some legs, so it's called straddled. Straddled. Observation. The act of noticing or watching carefully. That's observation. So if you're watching and listening to me carefully, if you're watching me carefully, it is your observation. Long descent, a lengthy downward movement or slope. A downward movement or slope, which is a noun, it's a noun phrase. Worth the effort. Used to describe something valuable and rewarding enough to justify the work involved. So that's an idiom. That's an idiom. Worth the effort. It's worth the effort. You did something, and if at the end of the journey, if you're getting rewarded, you can say it was worth the effort. So great. It was a great learning 22 words, and in the process I'm also getting enriched. I'm also adding more and more words to my lexicon, and I'm also getting richer in the process. So thank you very much for joining in, and those who have not subscribed, kindly subscribe, and so that we can produce more useful content for you. We also have the input, and which is obviously given by YouTube, that there are a lot of people watching us but then not subscribing. So that goes little demotivating for us, but to enhance the motivation to really keep up, to beef up our motivation, you should be considering subscribing us. Thank you very much for joining. See you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.